that's not going to be any better. Okay, we're live. I am Melanie DePoli. I am the past president of NSA Northwest.
And I'm Earl Bell, the current chapter president of NSA Northwest. Welcome!
We just came off of a break during our meeting with John Molidor. He is the national NSA president, so we wanted to bring it live to you in case if you were not able to be here or had the opportunity to see him when he was in town in your area. So Earl, what was your takeaway so far? What shocked you, or what did you learn from John's first session?
As it turns out, the brain is a functioning piece of matter, and it matters how you use your brain in presentations. Actually, I've learned a couple of very tangible things that will help me better connect with my audiences through my program. So it's been fabulous so far.
What's been one of the takeaways that you're going to implement?
So there is a left side of the brain and a right side of the brain. And when you are making a connection with an audience with a point of logic, better to stand on which side of the room, Mel?
Logic would be my left as the speaker,
yes,
not the audience's left.
Exactly, so it would be the audience's right. And conversely, if you wanted to make a point to connect with the person's emotional side of the brain, you would be on the
right side.
Exactly, I did not know that.
I did not know that either, and that is my biggest takeaway too. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, in my presentations, when do I want to intentionally connect with the emotional part? And okay, let's pay attention, because I usually focus on their left and right to the point where
exactly.
I come home and I'll say left and I'll move to the right. But now I need to know not only their left and right, but my actual left and right as well.
And imagine if you could take a program or a presentation and make it just that much better.
Awesome. So we're going to sneak in through the back, and if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and I will ask John on your behalf. Any final thoughts?
No, let's go in the room.
All right.
I'll even open the door.
Awesome. We're going to video around.
And he said, guess what? I'm not spending money on these trade show spots anymore. I'm just going to do my breakout session, because he got more business from them. That's what we talk about in ProTrack. So I think the best way to kind of explain what we do, because there's so many of you in the room, can I have all the people who present at ProTrack please stand up? Who presents? Stand, who presents, yes.
Oh, well.
So.
She knows this is up as I go.
Well, you sort of present. All right, so Norm Lady's not here. The first session is strategic planning. The second one will be Mel, there you are. How to talk so people actually want you to keep talking. How to tell people what you do so they actually want you to keep talking. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Wow, how now? Yes, and leveraging LinkedIn, which is so important. Then Don Crawley, I brought him in this year. He will talk about developing your website and your database management. Because Carla Cross, who's not here, said, Jan, you got to get this one down their throats early, because they got to do database management. And Brian and I are like, do what? All right. Pat Schwab will help me with memorable marketing kind of massage, because she's a magic woman with words. Lisa and Linda, I'm not going in any order here, will end the session with Linda talking, and I love her title, Show Me the Money. So she'll figure out how you figure out how to charge. And then we're having Lisa do that same night, because she's going to talk about sponsorship when your client pleads poverty. Anna was so popular every year because she comes in and does a 1-hour keynote. And that's really the only time that you're a keynote, because the rest of us are presenting.
Not my keynote.
Well, not your keynote, no. But she was the one I wanted to do this. Take your passion and turn it into a memorable, now hear the next word, marketable speech. And she has definitely done that. And then Brian Walter's going to speak again this year, even though we kind of cut him some slack because he's going to be national president. But we couldn't do a year without him, and he will do awesome audience interaction techniques.
I'll say it just like that.
And actually he will. The second session, one person who has multiple personalities, I met Christy, because Christy said, well, he really talks really fast. She said, And Earl is there the night when Carla Cross and Ron Rael are there about creating their books, and then how.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay, Bill.
Thank you. And about, she's telling me to wrap it up. Books and products.
Turn books into money and other stuff.
Thank you all. Everybody sit down.
All right, Bill, say it.
I was going to wrap it up. I've got material. I wanted to acknowledge all the people who've been in Seniors Academy. All right.
All right, welcome back. So, back to fact or crap. Einstein's brain was larger than average. Fact or crap? Crap. It was crap. So it weighed about 2.7 pounds versus the normal 3 pounds. So it actually did not weigh quite as much. All right, alcohol kills brain cells. Fact or crap? Fact. Actually, it's crap. So for many of you, you're like, hallelujah. I'm living big now. Those college years, okay. So actually what it does is it damages the connective tissue. And because it damages the connective tissue, it's harder to make memory, and then your decision making is actually going to go down. So here's the other one that's very strange about this. They think that if you learn something when you've been overserved, the only time you can remember it and do it well is when you are overserved again. Not that that's going to be a platform, or well, I learned it when I was overserved. If I want to remember it, I have to get more overserved. So,
They've actually shown that?
yeah, so it's pretty wild. So they've taught people then when they, and you have to know this too from a psych perspective. The dominant subject are college sophomores.
What?
Yes, pretty much if you pay them, they will engage in your studies. It's amazing. So college sophomores actually populate a lot of these studies, and that's why you should take a lot of these studies.
And their brains are.
And they aren't
Yeah. And then we put alcohol in it, and then the blood-brain barrier in terms of 6 minutes in, it's like, whoa, it's not great. All right, so next principle, imagery helps memory, yes.
The connective tissue, can that grow back over time?
It may, but excessive drinking or drug use actually cannot. So they actually destroy it. And so the insidious thing about drug use is actually it'll take over some of the neurotransmitters, and then you got problems. You got big problems, right? All right, another principle, imagery helps memory. So this is like a visual, huh? Because remember what's the largest cortex?
Visual.
Visual. All right, there it is. So kind of, plus I love this picture of
Very cute.
neural network, right? All right, so why does it matter? So basically, information presented orally and with images are better than if you just do one or the other alone, right? So then the oral and image makes sense. Try to do that, again, in your presentation. It's very sound in terms of the neuroscience of doing this. Make sure your images are relevant. I'm not going to put a tractor or a boat talking about the brain, so just make sure your images fit with your topic. Linda?
So I noticed in some of these you put just an image of a person that looked interesting but had nothing to do exactly with. Do you like to have an image there even if you don't need an image
Yes,
there?
I try to have image because it's like, might as well. Even if it's like, I want you to do an exercise, there's a picture of those funky people with the question mark in the middle. So again, I'm just trying to hit your visual cortex all the time, try to keep it alive. Make your images big. I see people that do these tiny, tiny little images. You could do something like this. You could talk about leadership. You could talk about intimidation. Again, you can use these images. So I like iStockPhoto.com. It's a free membership, although they've gotten a little pricey. The newest one that I've discovered is called Unsplash. Unsplash.com. It's free. They just say use whatever you want image-wise. And you can search, but I found that one recently, and I saw a couple. I got like 5 images right off from it. To me, that was great. StockSnap is another one. Now is that copyright, trademark?
Nope, that's completely free. If you go in, it actually pulls from Unsplash and everything else.
Oh, is this pulling from Unsplash?
Stock Snap.
STOCKSNAT.com.
.io.
Dot.
Just search, Google search StockSnap. It's StockSnap.io.
There is a website where you can hire photographers.
Yes, so you can hire, and yes, you can do that. But for most of us, if you need an image, you want to make sure that you have the rights to them to use them.
Pexel, P-E-X-E-L.
Pexel is another site.
Pixabay,
What is it?
Pixabay, Pixabay.
Thank you.
Pixabay.
Nice.
That's what mine is.
Okay, Max?
And when you say images, you really mean a picture of it and not just created by the words, right?
Right, so I mean, you can just, so I blew this thing up enormously. Now, I tend to blow it up until it starts to pixelate, then I back down so that you don't see the pixelation on that. But blow it up. Why people are small, I don't know. Make it big, right? Here's an anatomical map of Michigan. So when you ask anybody from Michigan, they raise their right hand and then they point to where they are. So Nick lives right there. That's where he's from. That's Dearborn, Michigan.
Well, the other thing is this is the Detroit area, so we use a particular finger to welcome you.
For Brian, this is some nudity. I know it's not what he wanted. Don't worry, we got some more, but I wanted to make sure we had that in there. All right, so what can you change with imagery? What are you doing that you might change up? 15 seconds. Go ahead and just kind of quickly say, what are you doing with imagery? All right, go ahead and finish up.
My question was, I missed your slide.
Okay, that is the end of one of John's sections. That was principle 4 that he's gone over, and he has a few more to go through. So by all means, post your questions below, and somebody from the board or John himself will actually get back to you. And this is why you need to attend an